my goodness. My screen looks a little crooked. My screen looks a little crooked, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm working with new stuff here. Are you here? Are you here, Sam? I see you in the comments. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited to be back, you guys. Oh my goodness. It's been a whole month, if not longer, since I've been here to do these classes. So much has happened. And I tried to go live last week. Nobody showed up. So I think I fell so far out of the algorithm that like my notifications aren't getting out there. So the only way to remedy that is to get back in the saddle. So here I am. I'm ready to do this. Kind of waiting to see if a few more people show up. If not, then hi, beautiful. If not, then I guess you guys will catch me on the replay. So I had to go do some digging to figure out where we left off. It was the Ace of Cups, I believe. That's the last. Oh, got hair in my eyes. That's the last class that's in my list. Hi, Peggy. Hi, Beachcomber. Hi. Hey, guys. Yeah, Lisa told me. I reached out to Lisa, and I kind of reached out to pretty much everyone that I have connections with off of YouTube, in another way, just to let you guys know, because of what happened the last time I tried to go live, nobody knew I was there. So I was like, oop, okay, this is the wrong way to go about my comeback. I think I'll just erase this one, and try again with just restarting my tarot class. So here we are. I'm so happy to see you guys. I'm so happy to be back. Oh my gosh, like I was saying, so much has happened. Like you guys, I'm sure you guys remember and know, we have been in a transformational process. Hi, Dean. Hi. But because we moved into our new house, which is quite far from where we were before. It's been a crazy transition, a good one, but quite crazy. A lot happened in the interim. I had some health stuff, of course, going on, and like a little accident. Like the fourth day we moved in here, I was carrying a big plastic bin up the stairs and from the garage to the house, and I fell. I tripped. I fell. Hi, Taurus. Hey, I'm so happy you're here. And I re-broke my stupid rib. Same one. So it was very familiar to me. I knew instantly that I had re-broke it. Yeah, that happened. And then I'm so happy to see you. I'm doing fantastic, Taurus. Fantastic. So happy to be here. So happy to be back. We are working with I'm gonna switch things up just a little bit, you guys. We're not quite into a new year yet, but this is a new comeback, right? So instead of doing one card at a time through the suits, I'm gonna go ahead and do 3 cards at a time through the suits. That way we can get through them a little bit faster. Once I'm done, like going through all the cards individually, that doesn't mean our class is over, because I have like a whole concept of a really fun way to do the tarot class after we become familiar with the cards. So I'd like to get through that part so that we can move on to the next one, the next phase. So I did go do a little bit of digging. I'm pretty sure that the last one we left off on was the Ace of Cups. It's the last one that shows up on my list. So I'm going to do 2, 3, and 4 today. And so I've got those set out here. I've got, sorry. So for the crystal associations, you guys, let me get this open real quickly. How is everybody? I've missed you guys. So for the crystal associations, there's actually multiple crystals that associate with each card, but I just picked one for each card. So for the 2 of Cups, I picked and all of these are available in my store, you guys. I got a whole bunch of new pieces. Cannot wait to show you. I picked a Green Aventurine butterfly. So Green Aventurine for the 2 of Cups. I've picked a Citrine chunk for the 3 of Cups. And I picked an Amethyst dragonfly, available in my store, for the 4 of Cups. So we'll look at those in a minute. Oh my gosh, you guys. It's going to take me a minute to get back at it. I actually had butterflies this morning about coming on here, which I haven't experienced in a long time. But as soon as I pushed go live, it went away. So I'm happy to be here. Super excited to be here. Before I go any further, I'm going to call in the guides and protectors, angels, ancestors of the love and light only, ask for a beautiful, secure connection to the source God energy, and of course, the angelic protection placed around that so that we are divinely protected within that energy. So be it, and so mote it be. Okay, let me see if this is, okay, there we go. So you guys, my new house is amazing. My new community is amazing. We went from 50,000 people that we lived in this, not even a huge city, a suburb city of Seattle, Washington. We went from a extremely overpopulated city. They have way too many apartment complexes there. We lived in one of them for 6 years. And they have way too many. We couldn't find a house there because they really don't build them anymore. And the ones that are there are just, they're old and they're expensive. So we had to go outside of our original plan and ended up actually going pretty far. So we relocated several hours from where we were, which made for an interesting move. And we are now in a teeny tiny little coastal town called Aberdeen, Washington. I live right by the beach, you guys. I live right by the ocean. I actually live across the street from a river, a huge river called the Chehalis River, which flows directly into the ocean. So it's definitely affected by the tides because it's so close to the river. It's very affected by the tides. We have levee protection for our house. So there's a huge levee that separates us from the river to our house, which is across the street from the river. And it's really nice because at the top of that levee, there's a beautiful paved walkway that goes 2.5 miles down, which goes to the ocean. So that's how far I am from the ocean. And I love it here. We only have 17,000 in this town. And because this town is so far out, and the nearest town with like big stores is 56 minutes away. So, hi, Create Design. Happy you're here. Oh my goodness, I'm so happy and excited to be here. Anyway, so because of that, there's not a lot for like jobs and work and stuff like that here. Just a lot of little cute shops and a few restaurants and just, a little post office and but not much. So because of that, people have to commute to go to work. And also because of that, this town is made up of a lot of older individuals, more like my and Dean's age group, who come here to retire and live in peace and harmony and not have to deal with a big population of people and not have to deal with people who are part of the rat race and in a hurry to get somewhere. So everyone here is so welcoming and oh my gosh, it is amazing. We love it. It's so slow and calm, and people are so friendly, and everyone's excited every time somebody new moves in. And then, of course, our house is brand spanking new. This house was built for us. So people are always excited about new additions to the community. And then, of course, a brand new house brings up the property values around it. So our neighbors love us. And I've met all my neighbors. They're all amazing. Let's see. What else can I say? Love it. Super happy. Super happy. The only bad thing that's happened since we've been here is several weeks ago. And this was about a week after I fell and broke my rib again. I was woke up by my dog, who literally saved my life. Definitely saved my quality of life. But my dog was being relentless, kept jumping on top of me, licking my face, like pawing into my chest. And he woke me up. And when I came awake, I could barely move the right side of my body. My face was almost, my whole face was numb, but mostly on the right side. And it was drooping a bit. So, hi, Garnet. Hi. So happy to see you. Yay, everybody's showing up. Anyway, so I woke up my husband and he acted really super fast. Unfortunately, the closest hospital is, like I said, 56 minutes away. So he got there in 30 minutes. It's a good thing we own a fast sports car. I don't even know how fast he was. It's kind of a blur, but he got me there. They took one look at me, immediately took me back, did a CT scan. They said, yep, you're having a stroke. So I was admitted immediately. I spent 2.5 hours in a an MRI machine with like a cage thing over my head. And because I couldn't have any kind of sedation or anything, they needed me to be like as alert as possible. I had to really just kind of pray through that one, meditate, pray, give myself some positive talk. It was tough, but I made it through. It came back that yes, I'd had what they call a TIA, which is a mini stroke. It occurred on the back left side of my head. Now, at first, they thought that this was attributed to my MS because remember back in June and July, they had told me I was in an MS relapse. And I came on here and asked y'all to help me buy my crystal harp so that I could get rid of that. Well, the results of that MRI is that I'm not in an MS relapse. I'm absolutely not in an MS relapse. I have 0 active lesions. I have on either my brain or my spine. So I either healed that or it was a misdiagnosis. I did find out, yes, Sam, I did find out that unfortunately, and I think I mentioned this to you guys like a year ago or a little bit over a year ago, I had gotten bit by a tick, a deer tick. And so they are exploring the possibility right now they may be suffering from like symptoms of Lyme's disease. Now, Lyme's disease is a blanket term for a lot of tick-borne illnesses, and that is a virus, that is a critter. I had some other like weird symptoms that they were attributing to an MS relapse. So they are trying to explain those symptoms. They're still kind of ongoing, but not as bad as they had been. I've been doing massive parasite cleanses, and as well as a lot of frequency healing and meditation and speaking healing intentions, all the things. I'm keeping it at bay. So, but you're supposed to have a stent put in, narrowing artery. Oh, really? Into your heart, Garnet? Into your heart? I have something to say about that. Anyways, so they are exploring the possibility of maybe that I may have picked up something from that tick bite. That has not been 100% confirmed yet, and I'm not going to claim it. So we'll just go there. One thing, Garnet, one thing that they did find while I was in the hospital after having the mini stroke, I was in the hospital for 4 days. They kind of think that since they didn't find any active lesions or anything like that, either on my brain or my spine, that the little mini stroke. And so you guys will notice that I sometimes have a hard time grabbing my words. I'm still working on that. But the little mini stroke may have been actually caused from me falling and breaking my rib and hitting the back of my head. So that's a big possibility. Lisa's here. Yay! I'm so happy. Yay! Welcome everybody. Thank you so much for coming and showing up. Yay! So we will let the Lyme's disease thing kind of be over there. Like I said, I'm not going to claim that. But one thing that they were struggling with while I was in the hospital for those 4 days, 5, but I left on the 5th day, was that they had a really hard time getting my blood pressure under control. It was really super high, like the whole time I was in there. And yeah, they were giving me all kinds of medicine, and it was coming down, but just not to their liking. So they went ahead and did an echocardiogram on my heart, which I had one done a few months back. Lyme's disease from rats. Mine wouldn't be from rats. Do you have Lyme's disease, Garnet? Mine wouldn't be from rats. It would be from a tick bite. But anyways, they had done an echocardiogram. Actually, I think I got to take that back. I think it was more an ultrasound on my heart several months ago to basically give me permission to have a medical procedure done right now so that I could get it done. And I came back with wonderful results. They said my heart was great. No plaque, no blockages, no nothing. My heart was great. So I don't know what happened between then and now. That's where it comes from, rat's urine. Okay. Also, yes, from the fall, Dean. I think that's exactly what caused it. I hit my head. Exactly where I hit my head is where I had the little stroke. So here in the United States and in my area, although it's somewhat rare in my area, but there has been an uptick in it. The thing that causes tick-borne illnesses here is the deer tick. It is a tick that it's tiny, man. It looks like a little grain of sand. I actually was able to save mine so they could identify which type of a tick it was, and it's the deer tick. The deer tick and it goes on the animals all over the place. Yeah, an uptick, pun intended. No. But anyways, yeah, there has been an uptick, and they're saying that the reason why is because of all of the military that I'm no longer near. Thank goodness. So there's a lot of military bases where I used to live. There's a joint base. There's multiple military, and a lot of those people, the military families that move in temporarily and come and go, their animals will bring ticks from wherever they move from. And so apparently there's been an uptick in the tick population. And so, yeah, that's kind of what they're saying. The good thing about Lyme's disease is it is treatable, it is curable. And that is so much better than being in an MS relapse. So I'll take that over an MS relapse any day. An MS relapse, the thing about an MS relapse is that when you go into an MS relapse, there's never a guarantee that you're going to come out. Any and all damage that takes place from active lesions is permanent. The scar tissue is permanent. And there's no cure for MS. So, and sometimes, I mean, I always have to take into consideration that if I do go into an MS relapse, there's a very good possibility I won't come out. You can only be in an MS relapse for about 6 months before they reclassify. I have what's called relapsing remitting MS. And so if you go into a relapse and you don't come out, then it becomes primary progressive MS. And I don't want that, because that actually kind of gives me a timeline. Yeah, that's not a good end. So, but I am not in an MS relapse, thank goodness. So either I pulled myself out of it or it never was. So at one point I had a MRI and they felt like there was something showing up on my spine. But there's nothing there. There's no scar tissue there either. So either they were wrong or it was something else. Who knows? I'm just happy that it's actually not an MS relapse. So I did have to do some physical therapy. I don't know if you guys can notice. Sometimes when I speak, my mouth will droop a little bit on the right side still. I don't know why, but my camera is kind of crooked on my laptop, so it's making me look like I'm kind of sideways, but I'm not. Yeah, I wanted to have some more clarity of mind and more access to my words and all of that before I fully came back here. But I'm feeling really good, you guys, and I'm feeling really excited to be back. I've had all of you guys have reached out to me privately, and I want to thank you so much for that. You guys have no idea how much that helps. Feeling disconnected from the Crystal Crew was hard for me. I did kind of feel like I was going into a bit of a depression. So that helped so much for you guys to individually reach out to me. I love you. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Let's see. What was the other thing I was going to talk about before I start? Oh, my internet connection. So because we are way out here by the ocean, my internet connection is a little bit choppy. And so I'm going to work through all that. There's a possibility I might have to get like a booster installed out here for that. So if so, that's what we'll do. Yeah. And I got to show you this. I'm going to light my candle, but I got to show you this cute candle that my realtor is awesome. We actually became good friends throughout the whole process. And she got me this candle as a housewarming gift, amongst a bunch of other things. But it's so funny because it fits me so well. And this is the first time I'm lighting it. I saved it for a special occasion, which is right now. So it's so funny. It says, "Good luck convincing your neighbors you're normal." It's me. Oh, isn't that funny? Let's see. I'm trying to figure out what that scent is. I'm going to say lavender. But yeah. Okay, guys. So we're exploring 2, 3, and 4 of cups today. I hope I'm not skipping ahead and missing anything. If I'm going to stick a cough drop in my mouth, I'm dealing with a little bit of a sore throat as the weather is changing out here. And yeah, so let's start. First of all, I would like to engage. How is everybody? How is your lives going? Are you guys ready to end this forsaken year 2025? You guys, this year has been two things. It has been, number one, it started off 6 days in, my son passed. So it started off being, well, it has been the absolute worst and best. So I've got balance in this year. Everything is yin and yang. Everything in my life, because I am a Libra, everything in my life tends to kind of find balance. So it went from being the worst year of my life. Losing my son's physical presence has been very difficult. And by the way, I was so nervous that he wasn't going to find us here, but he came with us. And he loves it here, and he makes it very well known for me. So I went from that being the most devastating thing that's ever happened to me to getting in our new home, which has been the best thing. So true to my zodiac, it has been the craziest, wacky, yin and yang year that I found balance in. But I am so ready for 2025 to go bye-bye. It's been a bit of a struggle through the holidays. Thanksgiving was a bit brutal on me. My first Thanksgiving without my son. Thanksgiving was my son's favorite holiday. And so that was hard, but I'm super grateful in the fact that both my younger son and daughter traveled out to be with us, and everyone stayed here because I have room now. So everyone stayed here, and we all worked together cooking. We had a delicious, huge, beautiful meal. We played video games. We played board games. We told stories. We just loved on each other. We talked about Brandon, looked through photo albums. It was a really good Thanksgiving. My first Thanksgiving with my kids together and me in like 6 years. I know you guys probably remember I was estranged from my two younger children prior to my son's passing. My son's passing brought this family back together. So my daughter lives about 5 hours away from me, and my son lives 2 hours away, a little less than 2 hours away. So they came, they stayed, we had an amazing time, but it was hard. It was really hard without Brandon. Let's see. Garnet says, yes, yours was good for you on holidays in Wales and camper van staying. Shots 15%. Are you, oh, you're staying in a camper van? Wait, let me read that again. Yes, mine was good for me on holiday in Wales. Okay, so you were on holiday. I see, during the holiday. That's cool, in a camper van. Okay, so you had to scrap it. So does that mean that you didn't do Thanksgiving because of that? In May. Oh, I see. Okay. Okay. Well, we should be giving thanks every day. It's fun to do holidays and set aside special days to spend time with our families. And I mean, that's what holidays are, right? But we should really be thankful every day. We used to do it when the kids were little. And so we kind of readopted this year where before we eat, while everyone's at the table, before we eat, each one of us, we go around in a circle and each one of us speaks on what we are the most grateful and thankful for in our lives. And so we got to kind of restart that wonderful tradition. And that was amazing. It's surreal listening to my children give thanks to the things in their life as adults, as opposed to when they were kids. Because, when they're kids, they're like, I'm grateful for, this object in my life, or I get to be a cheerleader, or, those kind of things. And to hear what they feel gratitude for as adults is very interesting and surreal to me. Super proud of my kids. Both of them are very successful and My daughter also just purchased her new home. She got hers about 6 months before us, maybe 5 months before us. I was really sad at first because she moved far away. But after we went through the process and I realized how impossible it is to find a house in that area, I was a lot more understanding. My daughter is amazing about finding time, and she doesn't mind doing the drive. So she comes about once a month to see me, and which some people's kids move out of the country and they never see them again. So I am super grateful for that. My son, like I said, he lives, it's more like about an hour and 45 minutes away. And, he doesn't mind making that drive. He comes down like once a week, but they like the beach. I'm super, super lucky that I have the beach as like an incentive for people to come and visit. Cause I'm like, uh-oh, am I freezing? I just got a little thing on my screen saying that my connection is bad. Nope, I'm not. Okay, thank you, Sam. Awesome then. What are you doing to me here? Uh-oh. Okay, sorry guys. I don't know why, but it's like, what is going on? Open. Oh my goodness. I hope you guys can see me because I can't see you guys right now. Oh my goodness. Okay, hold on guys. Hold on 1 second. No, I don't want to leave the site. I need to see my peoples. Ah! Full page. How is it? Really? Okay, I got it. Sorry about that, you guys. I've got to move that thing, or I'm going to hit it again and do that again. Okay, so I know I already called in the guides and angels and ancestors at the very beginning of this, but I want, because this is a comeback, this is a fresh new start, I want to do a little bit of sage. I've done like all the house blessing stuff since I've been here, or since we moved in here. I have absolutely encountered some like land spirits, I want to call them. The thing is this was a raw piece of property before us. So this was just a piece of land. So nobody has ever lived in this house before us. And so that's really good. I'm not dealing with people's residual energies and traumas and stuff like that tends to stick to places. That has been amazing for us. But I have encountered some pretty interesting land spirits, I want to call them, elementals, possibly. New territory for me being this close to the coast. And not only am I close to the ocean, but I'm also surrounded by thick forest. Have you guys ever seen the movie called Twilight? The movie Twilight. It was several movies. It was like a series, The Twilight. It was the movie about the vampires and the werewolves. Very, very popular back in the late 2000s, mid to late 2000s. Yes. Okay. So Forks, Washington, which is where that movie took place, is like 25 minutes from here. So that's the landscape. We've got the thick, beautiful, thick forest all around us, but then we also have the ocean. Like the trees come right up to the ocean in some places. So there's a lot of different like land spirits and elementals that I'm becoming familiar with now. The Twilight Zone was very good. I actually used to sit and watch that with my grandma and grandpa when I was a kid. I looked forward to it. It was back then, you didn't get to see a lot of spooky woo-woo stuff on TV. So that was one of them that I looked forward to a lot. But I'm going to go ahead and light a brand new sage and just kind of start off on that foot. All right, guys. We'll do some sage on these cards. Asking for clarity, if you're wondering what I was putting on my hand earlier, it is a clarifying oil. So it just enriches the connection between my hands and the cards, and some pretty amazing stuff. All right, I'm going to grab my glasses so that I can see better. Let's talk about the crystals first. I know I have talked about all of these crystals before. Okay, so starting with the Two of Cups, I chose the Green Aventurine. Like I said, these pieces are all available in my store, my Etsy store. The crystal associations with the Two of Cups are actually rose quartz, rhodonite, and Green Aventurine. I just chose the Green Aventurine because I had a beautiful piece to show you guys. Look how beautiful that is. And then with a silver base. So Green Aventurine is the stone of luck, growth, and fresh new starts, which is kind of why I chose it here. And this is a fresh new start. So I've got a little card here, which is one of the cards that I send off, and I made these now. These are going off with all my crystals now. So whenever I sell a crystal, I'm selling the cards that have lots of information on them. So I'm going to read to you what this one says. So Green Aventurine it shimmers in soft leafy green tones with flecks of silvery or gold sparkle, giving it a fresh, luminous feel. Beloved for its heart healing and luck-bringing properties, this stone inspires emotional growth, gentle confidence, and the courage to bloom where you are. So it is, I better be holding it up while I'm saying this. Try to get a good look at it. Isn't that pretty? Fresh, friendly, and a little bit flirty, Green Aventurine is like that one friend who always brings good vibes and a better playlist. This heart-healing beauty sparkles with tiny flecks of mica, giving it a natural glimmer that feels like a wink from the universe. It's known as the Stone of Opportunity, making it the crystal equivalent of catching green lights on a rainy day, finding a 20 in your coat pocket, or landing exactly where you're meant to be. Whether you're calling it abundance, healing, a tender heart, or just need a cosmic confidence boost, here to remind you you can grow through what you go through and even thrive. So it eases heartache, nurtures emotional recovery with gentle, reassuring energy, encourages optimism and helps shift stuck emotional patterns, invites playfulness, courage, and hope during times of transition. That's the emotional healing aspect. The physical healing aspect, it supports heart health and circulation. So garnet, this one you need to be working with right now. Energetically linked to vitality and a renewal. It helps regulate blood pressure and calm inflammation, used in energy work to ease nausea, especially from stress or nerves. Spiritually healing, it aligns you with abundance and the frequency of yes. Helps you release attachments to outcomes and trust in divine timing, encourages emotional resilience through heart-centered presence. And the chakra healing strongly activates the heart chakra, clearing and energizing with a fresh, vibrant flow, helps bridge the solar plexus chakra for empowerment and emotional action. Green Aventurine, it's not a forceful healing crystal. It's an inviting healing crystal, I always say. It reminds me of like the sunshine after the rain. You know, when it's been pouring down rain, like we all want that rain to come in and wash everything clean and water everything and give it the liquid and then the what's the word, hydration that it needs. But we all love that sunshine after the rain, right? So that's kind of the energy this one gives. And I always say that little glitter that's the mica in the stone reminds you that life can be soft and strong, gentle and wild. And we are all of that. So there you go. There's the Green Aventurine for the Two of Cups. Okay, moving on. We're going to look at the citrine chunk here. This is just a raw form piece of citrine. Again, available in the Etsy shop. This one is for the Three of Cups. So citrine is also known as the solar sweetheart. It is sunshine crystallized. So this one radiates joy, abundance, and like a golden self-worth lift to your spirit, and a spark to your power, because it's a happy stone. It brings a rise in the vibration. Visually, it gleams like warm honey or golden lemonade, often translucent, with a soft amber glow that catches the light like morning sun on quartz. So, sun-drenched and unapologetically radiant, citrine is pure golden energy in crystal form. Think sunbeams captured in quartz. This stone buzzes with optimism, confidence, and clarity. Known as the merchant's stone or the stone of abundance. Citrine is your energetic espresso shot, infused with joy, self-worth, and manifestation magic. This one's really, really, really good to work with manifesting. Whether you're emerging from the shadows or simply craving a mood lift, citrine is your warm, steady flame. So, emotional healing dissolves self-doubt and replaces it with golden self-trust. Encourages playful joy and spontaneous expression. Alchemizes fear into motivation and stuckness into flow. So if you're someone who deals with and right now the world is going crazy, as the split and the shift takes place, as the frequency rises and a lot of truths are being revealed, a lot of things are being brought to light that have been hidden from us, especially here in the States, man, with our government and some of the people in Hollywood and stuff like that. It's causing a lot of fear. It's stirring up a lot of fear. And there's a lot of people who are capitalizing on that fear. They're out there fear mongering for clicks and views and stuff like that. So this one's really good to actually take that fear and use the energy behind it and alchemize that fear into motivation and kind of get you back into the flow of things. So love that about this one. The physical healing, it boosts metabolism and digestive fire. Think solar plexus support, energizes sluggish systems with uplifting frequency. So I like to, if I'm having, physically what I use this one for a lot, if I'm having a tummy upset, if I'm having, say, some slow digestion, which happens with MS, I'll literally lay down and place a chunk of citrine right on my stomach, right on my solar plexus. And it just kind of gets things flowing. For spiritual healing, it amplifies manifestation, like I said, turns intention into illumination, clears the auric field of stagnant heavy energy. So this is also a really good one to work with if you're doing auric cleansing, cleansing your aura, which we all should be doing intermittently, because things stick to us, energy stick to us, especially if you're an empath or open to that. The energies are not only broken, stagnant, lower vibrational energies are really, really drawn to those of us with the higher vibration. They're looking to mirror us, so they stick on us. So this one's really good with helping to clean the auric energies, heavy energies, whatever. This one connects to divine abundance and soul-aligned success. So this one is manifesting stone right here, biggest one. Chakra healing, it resonates with the solar plexus for confidence, personal power, activates the sacral chakra for creativity, pleasure, and purpose. Okay, so there's our beautiful citrine. Once you guys, if you get a few minutes after this class, go check out my Etsy shop. I have a whole bunch of new pieces in there, whole bunch. I ended up actually having some stolen from me in the process of my move, but I've replaced them and then some. Okay. So do I still have you guys? Can somebody say something in the chat? So I bought some green peridot, a pendant in Wales, and a garnet pendant with silver chains. I got an amber necklace, but I think it might be fake. Oh no, I hate that when I get fake stuff. Darn it. Well, so this is what you do. Take that amber necklace and set it next to, hi, Angela. Take that amber necklace and sit it next to your biggest piece of clear quartz that you work with. And even utilize the moonlight. Set them next to each other. Let the quartz charge the amber. Once you do that, let it sit there a full 24 hours. Once you do that, take the amber away from the quartz and check the energy on it then. Okay. Check the energy on it then. If it still feels like nothing, if you're getting nothing whatsoever, set it in your palm, your receiving palm, which is your right hand, set it in your palm. Hi, Willow. hey, you should feel a tingle in your palm, and ask to feel it. Say, hey, I need to know if this is legitimate. Give me the feeling. Ask to feel it. Intention is everything, and you ask and you shall receive. Ask to feel it. If you feel nothing, it's probably fake. Unfortunately, that's happening a lot. The crystals have become, people are realizing the healing properties. People are realizing that they actually do what we say they do. And those of us out here have not just been speaking woo this whole time. Like, it's a fact. Crystals are alive. Okay. They are alive. You just have to know how to work with them. But intention is everything. Intention is everything. So you can actually make a crystal pretty much do anything you really want it to. They all have their own kind of purposes that they stick to, but intention is everything. So ask it to show you. Try that, garnet. Okay. The next one is going to be for the 4 cups. This is Amethyst. Look at this little cutie with the gold base. Again, this pretty one is available in my shop. Okay, Amethyst. This is the February birthstone, which my daughter is a February baby. So Amethyst is my daughter's birthstone. And yeah, she tried to get that off me. I said, no, I got to save some of these pieces and put them in the store. Amethyst is called the spiritual guardian. Amethyst is for the third eye chakra. It ranges from like a soft lavender. Let me hold it up. So amethyst will range from like a soft lavender to deep royal purple. The most prized pieces are rich violet with a velvety depth, while others have a lighter, almost translucent tone. I tried to get a variety of that in my shop. I did get a bunch more amethyst. Burn it. It should smell of pine resin, or put it in salt water and it should glow. Oh, wow, that's interesting. Thanks for sharing that. I did not know that. So in the place that we lived at before here, we had several big parks that we went into where I found a whole bunch of amber. I found blue amber. I found regular amber, white amber, because it's underneath the bark. And I can tell by the way the bark bows out from the tree, if that makes sense, that there's amber underneath of it. I can tell if it's crystallized or if it's still in liquid form. I can tell. And we harvested a ton of amber from those parks. And that's interesting. I'll have to try that. I'll try that. Thank you for sharing that, Garnet. So the ultimate crystal of peace, intuition, and higher consciousness. With its deep violet glow, this mystical beauty is all about spiritual connection, protection, and mental clarity. Think of it as a soothing guide leading you towards inner wisdom. So for emotional healing, it relieves stress and anxiety, creates a calm, tranquil energy field, encourages inner peace, helps balance emotions and ease tension, supports addiction recovery, and aids in breaking negative habits and patterns. For physical healing, it promotes restful sleep. This is a crystal sedative. It helps with insomnia, overactive thoughts, relieves headaches and tension, soothes stress-related discomfort, boosts the immune system, and is thought to just really strengthen overall health and wellness. I work with this one a lot, you guys. Spiritual healing. This one enhances the intuition and psychic abilities. Another reason why I work with it so much. It opens the mind to spiritual insight, protects against negative energy, creates a powerful energetic shield around you. So this one is one I use a lot when I'm meditating, especially if I'm trying to travel in my meditation. You kind of open yourself up when you do that. So I use a lot of amethyst in my meditations to protect myself. And it also deepens the meditation. It really does help connect quickly and strongly. And it also kind of gives you for me, it gives me just a bigger awareness. So when I'm meditating and I'm getting my downloads, or I'm going places and I'm attaining the awareness of whatever the intention is that I'm there for, it feels like the amethyst just makes it bigger. It's just a little bit more. It's kind of an expander to that. And it strengthens spiritual growth and mindfulness. For chakra healing, it is the third eye chakra. It awakens intuition and inner wisdom. It is also worked with the crown chakra, connecting you to divine energy and higher consciousness. This is a must-have for everyone, every crystal practitioner. Everyone who works with crystals should have amethyst and have a bunch of it. Put it in all four corners of your home. It just strengthens your connection to spirit, to the God source energy, opens the third eye, decalcifies the pineal gland, all of the above. So it's a really, really super important one. Uh-oh, hold on one second here. Oh my gosh, I'm way behind on my chat here. Uh-oh, why does it keep doing that? Hold on one second. Amber, 7 of Swords, chakra crown. It's made from pine resin. Yes. Okay. So somebody texted me and threw me off here. Okay. All right. So today we are looking at the 2, the 3, and the 4 of cups. These 3 cards work together and show the emotional rhythm of early connection. These cards take us through an evolution of relationships, the spark, the celebration, and the inner retreat. So the spark, the celebration, and the inner retreat. Understanding them together gives you a much deeper intuitive foundation for reading the cups energies, because this is the beginning of the suit of cups. The suit of cups is all about emotions. So the 2 of cups is attraction and union. The 3 of cups is celebration and community. And the 4 of cups is withdrawal and reflection. With the 2 of cups, the astrology is Venus and Cancer. That's the connection with the 2 of cups. Like I said, the crystals are rose quartz, rhodonite, and green aventurine. The key themes for the 2 of cups, I'm reading my notes here. The key themes are union, harmony, and mutual energy exchange. So if you're doing a love reading using the 2 of cups, the 2 of cups is going to point out to you mutual attraction. It could be reconciliation, healthy emotional exchange between the 2. If you're pulling the 2 of cups and say a reading about finances, it is partnerships, collaborations, and like supportive contracts. If you're doing a reading, say like a relationship reading, it's peace, alignment, healing between 2 people. Okay, Taurus, thank you so much for showing up. I know this one's longer. I'm doing a catch up. I'm so happy you came. Thank you so much for coming. So just so you know, before you leave, Taurus, I'm going to be back on Tuesday. So I'll skip a day and then I'm coming back on Tuesday to do my live readings again. I'm going to be doing my number picks live readings. I got to get back on the saddle here and get myself back in the algorithm. So come back on Tuesday and we're going to do live readings. Have a great day, beautiful sister. Thanks for coming. Okay, so that was the 2 of cups. So the 3 of cups is emotional expansion. Okay. The astrology is Mercury and Cancer. The crystal associations are citrine, carnelian, and clear quartz. The key themes for the 3 of cups is community, celebrations, and like soul tribe, upliftment from your soul tribe. So this is like giving and receiving emotional support. So if you get this one in a love reading, if you get this one in a love reading, it is pointing to dating, reconnecting, meeting someone through friends, possibly. If you get this one in a reading on finances, it is networking, teamwork, celebrating a milestone or success. If you get this one in a reading about general relationships, it is support, friendship, gatherings, and like reunion energy, getting together type energy. All right. Now the 4 of cups. This one is emotional withdrawal and re-evaluation. A lot of times when I get the 4 of cups in a reading, I say meditation. This is meditation. This is you need to meditate. This is you need to go within to seek your answers. This is take a break, take a time out, remove yourself from the situation and take breath. So that's what I get. Okay, so the astrology is moon in Cancer. So then, of course, it's going to be moonstone, labradorite, and amethyst. For the crystal associations, the key themes: introspection, disconnection, apathy, emotional overwhelm can be one of them. So if you're feeling emotionally overwhelmed and you need to check out, this one will come into a reading. Now, if you get this one in a love reading, it is that you're not ready. Okay. This is being emotionally closed off or emotionally unavailable. This could be, if you get this one in a love reading, it could be ignoring, like somebody who is ignoring you or ignoring, disassociating, checking out. If you get it in a financial reading, this is feeling stagnant, dissatisfied, like you're spinning your wheels. It could be ignoring your bills, ignoring your financial responsibilities, or ignoring opportunities that are coming your way. If you get it in a general relationship reading, this is needing space. This is emotional burnout. And this is like an internal processing that needs to take place. So there's that. Okay, let me see. Yeah, so I'm not going to, I think that we needed to go deeper into the major arcana than we do into the minor arcana. I think just having an overall idea of what the number, or the pick cards, some people call them the pick cards, the number cards, the numbers in the suits. I'm not going to go too deep into those. I think the information I just provided is pretty sufficient. I'm going to read what it says on each one of these cards. This is the Learning Tarot deck. I have several more of these now in my store as well, you guys, if anyone's interested. I've got 4 different versions. Okay, so Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, also 2 of Cups, sorry. 2 of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, also connected to the water element. So in an upright position, it is unified love, partnerships, mutual attraction, proposal, marriage, and connection. In a reversal, it is self-love, disharmony, distrust, breakups, imbalance, tension, and broken communication. And so if you're going off of the Rider-Waite system, it's usually somebody who is toasting. They're usually holding 2 cups and they're toasting. And sometimes it is a male and a female as a counterpart type thing, but not always. So that's the imagery on the card. Okay. And for the 3 of Cups, first of all, I'm sorry, I'm going to go back to the 2 of Cups. I'm going to read what it says on here. So if you pull the 2 of Cups, it says the upright appearance of the 2 of Cups indicates a strong partnership or a connection built on equality and mutual respect. You are receiving positive energy to be sure and to be sure and share it with others. Okay. The 3 of Cups. This is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, also the water element. This is celebration, friendship, collaboration, creativity, community, and happiness. If you get it in the upright. If you get it in the reverse, it is overindulgence, heavy partying, isolation, independence, alone time, that whole saying, 3 is a crowd, and it could be gossip as well. It says you're entering a happy time in your life. You may be reconnecting with a long lost friend, relative, or a loved one, or you may be celebrating something important to you. Spend quality time with the people that are most important to you. So that's the message when you pull that card. And last but not least, we've got our 4 of Cups. This is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, again, water. Now, Cups is water. It is the element of water. So it's always going to be water when it's a Cups, suit of Cups. Meditation, contemplation, apathy, reevaluation, restlessness, disconnection, and boredom is the upright. In the reversal, it is sudden awareness, choosing happiness, acceptance, retreat, withdrawal, or checking in for realignment. If you pull it, the message is you're feeling stagnant and you're having a hard time focusing on the things that once made you happy and fulfilled. Be mindful of possible opportunities. You may be inclined to pass up on events, but may realize later that they would have really led to amazing things. So yeah, and like I said, meditation, retreat, introspection is always the energy that comes off that one for me. So there you go. Let me see. What do I have left here? Okay, so did you guys bring your notebooks and your pens with you today? Because I have like a little homework assignment here for you guys. Okay, so when we're done with the class, before you put your stuff away, I challenge you to do this little mini spread, okay? It's called the flow of emotion spread. Remember, cups are emotion. So I challenge you to, of course, sage your deck, Palo Santo your deck, bless your deck before you cleanse and clear it, and then bless it. Put your own energy into it with the intention to learn from this spread, the flow of emotion. Pull 3 cards from your deck, however you do it. Whether you just throw them all on the table and just randomly pull them, whether you shuffle them and pull them like I kind of do, pull your 3 cards. And then you got 3 little questions, okay? So, what emotional connection are you forming? So, whatever your cards tell you on the first card, that should tell you, what do you interpret off that first card? What kind of emotional connection are you forming in your here and now? With your second card, where are you being supported or uplifted during that formation? And on your third card, what do you need to step back and reflect on? So the first one, 2 of Cups, what emotional connection are you forming? The second one, under the energy of the 3 of Cups, where are you being supported and uplifted? And the third one, under the energy of the 4 of Cups, what do you need to step back and reflect on? So there's your, and then you just write your notes down, see what answers you get, and maybe we will talk about it at the next tarot class before we go forward into 5, 6, and 7 of Cups. Let me see what are you saying here, Garnet? Ace, beginnings, opportunities, 2 possibilities, movement, balance, creativity, achieving, 4 restrictions, forgiveness, 5 communications, lessons, struggle. Is there more? Yes. So next time we will be discussing 5, 6, and 7. And yes, you are absolutely correct. 5 is struggle. 5 is change. It is movement, but it is struggle. It is fighting, altercations, all those things. But we'll talk about that next week. So you guys, let me real quickly drink my water. Check out my new cup. It's got an alien spaceship on the top. Isn't that cute? This was my fall cup. But I'm feeling I need to sip a little water. You guys make sure that you are hydrating. Before I leave, I want to show you something cute. So Natalie is not here today. That's okay. She's a very busy girl. But she sent me this really cute little deck, and it's called the Practical Witches Spell Deck. It's 100 spells for love, happiness, and success. The cutest little deck. It's so cute. So there's a couple in here I want to share with you guys. One of them is a clarity infusion, and I'm going to read it first. Okay, so it says, I recommend growing a pot of hardy sage. I've got some in my windowsill, and it's starting to come up. It's just starting to come up. You like my cup, Sam? Isn't it cute? Oh, Dean would love that cup. This, my stepson got it for me. This is a Starbucks special. Normally I don't support Starbucks, but I support this cool cup because it's got a spaceship on the top. Make sure you guys are drinking your water. Super important. Okay. This is the clarity infusion. Okay. I recommend growing a pot of hardy sage so you can always clear the energy and increase your psychic potential. Another useful herb is mint. Mint goes really good with sage. Mint comes from the Latin mentha and literally means thought. So woven into a crown. So grow these, attain these 2 things, weave them into a crown, and wear them as a crown. It brings awareness, artistic inspiration, and a prophetic ability. Burned, it's especially potent. So if you burn these 2 herbs together, it's especially potent. Here is a wonderful, simple tool for awakening the mind and attuning to the higher powers. Take dried mint stalks and dried sage in equal parts, roll together into a wand, binding with multicolored string, and before any ritual, tarot reading, or spellcrafting, smudge your house with the wand by lighting the leafy end and passing the smoke around. This will purify your space. So I thought that was a really cool one to share. So we got that one. The next one I want to share is candle centering meditation spell. Okay, so it says to help center yourself, light a candle and meditate on it. By focusing on the flame, you'll bring your being and awareness into focus. Light your favorite meditation incense. Scratch your name into the candle. I actually write it on there myself. The tip of your, with the tip of your bowline, which I'm not sure what that is. It says next, scratch your hope into the candle. You can just write it onto the side. Light your candle and recite. This candle burns for me. Here burns my hope for, say what you're hoping for. Here burns the flame of insight. May I see clarity in this new light. And sit with your eyes closed for a few minutes. Picture yourself realizing your most heartfelt hopes and truest desires. So that's a candle meditation. So I thought these were two really cool, the clarity and meditation, two really cool little inspiring everyday. So the clarity infusion is called an everyday spell. These cards are so stinking cute. It's called an everyday spell. And the candle-centered meditation is called an altar spell. So this little deck has like multiple different types of little spells. So yeah. Anyway, super cute. Natalie sent this to me. I love it. I haven't even looked at all of them yet, but I did come across those two and thought I would share it today with you guys. So, okay, guys. Now I have one more thing to say before I take off, and that is I really, really, really want to do like a little home tour and show you guys my house. So I'm going to. Thank you, Lisa. Aren't they adorable? They were really super cheap too. She got them for $8. So I was like, what? $8? I actually saw these on the TikTok shop, I think. I'm still working with TikTok, you guys. Not as much as I was. There's so much competition on there. It's kind of tough, but still hanging in there. It is a line of income. I'm not going to walk away from a line of income no matter what. Go check out the Etsy shop. I've got a bunch of new pieces in there. Some beautiful, beautiful new pieces. I got a lot of, I'll show you a few. Hang tight real quick. I'll show you a few. Okay, I'm just going to show you a few and I won't keep you guys too much longer. So I got a lot of this kind of stuff. So this is a carnelian agate sparrow and it's got druzy on the front. Isn't that beautiful? This is a fluorite butterfly. And they all come with a stand. So the stand, they all come on a stand. I purchased the stands to go with them. So you guys will all get the stand. Whenever you order the crystal, you get the stand with it. So there's that guy. Look at this one. It's a black obsidian. And it's got like a print. This is painted on, or not really painted. I want to say stamped. You can feel it. It has a little bit of a, yeah, it's the sun and moon. That one comes on a stand. And this one I love so much. This is a jade mommy and baby turtle. But that's just a tiny sneak peek. And you saw the other two cuties. So I decided to step beyond just doing the spheres and the towers, which I love selling those too. But I wanted to grab some more personal type pieces that people can connect with individually. Like a lot of people, they resonate with butterflies, or they resonate with birds, or they resonate with hearts, or they resonate with turtles or dragonflies, whatever. I got a bunch of new pieces in the shop, you guys. So go check it out when you get time. I know everyone's kind of trying to struggle through the holidays right now. So I understand all that. And I'm just super happy to be back. I will be back in 2 days to do the free readings, but I think I might actually pop on tomorrow for a short period in the morning and give you guys a quick tour of the house. I can't do it right now because I have my laptop and I really can't just carry my laptop around. And not only that, Dean is sleeping and he was up late last night. He's loving the fact that he has a great big giant garage to work in, and he's been doing like a soundproofing thing on the walls because he's going to start giving drumming lessons. He's no longer playing with a band. It's a little bit too much for him. So he has decided to start offering drumming lessons because he is very well known for being at the top tier of his craft in our areas. And so a lot of people have requested that he starts teaching drums. So we do have a small school here in the area. It is literally kindergarten through 12th grade. It's so tiny. And they do have a band. So he may possibly look into being affiliated with them to offer some outside type classes. And he's preparing the garage, a space in the garage. We have a huge garage, huge. So he's preparing a space out in the garage for where he's going to frame in a room, and he's like soundproofing the walls and all of that so that we can accommodate doing drumming classes. And he's really excited about that. I'm really excited about that for him. It's just so cool to be able to be at this stage in life where we can do the things we love, sitting in the comfort of our beautiful new home. And we are super blessed. We feel super blessed and super happy. So, but I will come pop on tomorrow. I'll give you guys a heads up. I will schedule it so you guys can be aware that I'm going to do it. And I'll pop on tomorrow and give you guys a quick tour of the house. Can't wait to show you guys and possibly walk across the street if my internet will let me and show you the beautiful view of the river that we get. So the cool thing is, from my big, beautiful front porch, across the street is the Chehalis River, but across the river is actually the city of Aberdeen. So we live on the other side of the river across a gigantic bridge. So we're actually kind of away from the city, but what we get is that at night during the day, we get the view of the river and it's gorgeous. At night, we get the city lights. So Aberdeen's really super teeny and it kind of goes up a hill. So the lights are peppered up a hill. At the very, very top of the hill is the school. It kind of gives a big bright light. So it is the most beautiful view both day and night here. And I love it. I can't wait to share with you guys. So yeah, look for me tomorrow. I'll pop on and do that. It won't be a long one, but I'd love to show you guys my new heaven that I'm in every day. I saw you at the Lake River short video. Yes, I did do a quick video showing the river. Yes. I don't know what the tides will be doing, but we will talk about that when I come back. So thank you guys so much for coming and showing up. I missed you. I'm so happy to be back. We are going to just get back at it. Spirit tells me to get back in the saddle and keep doing my thing. Things keep trying to knock me down, but I'm rising above, you guys. No MS relapse. Whoop, whoop. All right, guys. Love you all. I am sending you divine, loving light, lifting your vibe to the highest point. Thank you so much for coming. I'll see you tomorrow. And I will be back. I'll say it one more time. I will be back on Tuesday to do live readings for those of you who need that. All right. Thank you again, guys. Have a wonderful, beautiful Sunday. Blessed be.